Hi, I am Nunu Vixen, and this is Girl Talking to my old and new listeners.
First off, welcome.
First, I would just like to say thank you so much. I just got my 2020 podcast wrap notification a couple of weeks ago, and I am so shocked. Like, I cannot believe 7 countries actually listen to me. Like, that's so amazing to me. It's like y'all really listen to me all around the world. Like, beginning of my intro, I just wanted to say I am very humble and grateful that people is listening to me. I never asked for money on this because I feel like I don't need to be asking you guys for money. I feel like if you want to send me something, that's fine. But y'all just listen. Y'all taking the time out of the day to press play. You know, I feel like that means so much to me. And people that do send me money on my podcast, I appreciate it so much. So yes, I'm just so excited and so appreciative that everybody has been listening to me on my journey of my podcast. And this is season 3 of Girl Talk. I started this March 3rd. I didn't think I was going to get any listeners, and now I have a little bit over 5,000 listeners and plays and stuff, and it's just amazing to me. And now we are in season 3, so we about to get into it, and we will be talking about sugar daddies, sugar babies, and dating men that are twice our age. So yeah, let's get into it. This is Nunu Vixen, and this is Girl Talk.
Sugar daddy took me out just to kick it and settle down. When them shots was coming round after round, I drink him, but he preferred to drink Crown. You know he old, so we had to slow it down. I'm ready to go, cause his old ass out long. But I'ma chill, cause I know he gon' give me some money. I'm at the bar, just me and my hand, chopping it up with his old ass friends. I took one too many shots to the head. Got back to the room, Papa threw me on the bed. He came alive, I'm surprised he ain't dead. Girl, that old motherfucker put my legs behind my head, bitch. You won't believe me how he did it, it was outrageous. More in a G than a 3-year-old baby. You had to see it to believe it, I ain't crazy. Girl, I had this old school nigga underestimated. He picked me up, set that ass on the dresser, and bent me up like a motherfucking person. I swear that he changed my whole mind. I turned around and let him hit it from behind, and I'ma let him get it when he want it each time. Let a bitch come faster than Amazon Prime.
Me personally, I have never liked to date someone that's younger than me. I always want to date somebody my age or a couple of years older than me. But when I mean a couple of years, I'm 28. So the oldest that I would talk to probably will be like 32, 33 at the most. I'm not going to talk to someone that is close to 40, close to 50, 60, 70. And I'm speaking of my personal experience. I just always felt like I don't get one. Well, I get it, but I never thought it was attractive when old men try to talk to me, because I feel like you have some type of weird fascination of, like, I feel like you kind of like of a predator almost. Like, you should not even be attracted to me when you damn near 60, 70 years old. And I remember growing up, older men used to always tell me, like, when I would be walking to school or whatever, just in my life period, older men used to always tell me, oh, when you grow up, you're going to be a handful. I can already see, like, you're going to be a problem. Your old ass should not even be visualizing me as, like, I'm going to be a problem, or I'm going to be, you know, like, we know what they mean by that. Like, you shouldn't even, you know, I'm going to be so pretty when I grow up. You shouldn't even be looking at me like that. Like, if you're looking at me at that age, the only thing you should be looking at me like that is that if I can be your daughter or your granddaughter or your great-great-granddaughter in this generation, because we have children so young. Women talk to older men, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just speaking for myself. And when I say like myself, let me just say, like, when I was a kid and stuff like that, I feel like I really was a child. Like, I really was raised as a kid. I wasn't sneaking out as no kid. I wasn't doing drugs. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't having sex. So I feel like some girls, like, when they want that older dude and stuff like that, they was having sex at such a young age and stuff, and was showed a different world even as a young age when they wasn't supposed to. So when people be saying they had sex at 14 and 15 years old, I'm just thinking, like, how the fuck was y'all having sex at 14? Like, the only thing I was worried about at 14 was if I was going to get the new Barbie collection that was coming out. And if I wasn't, it was going to be a mayhem in the house. That's the stuff I was worried about. Okay, so when I'm gonna get the new Play-Doh, yeah, them things that I was worried about. Like I wasn't worried about sex and stuff like that. I always try to be transparent with you guys and honest. I lost my virginity at 18 years old. But even at 18, I feel like I still shouldn't have lost it. I still felt like I was a child and I still felt like a child within it. Now, I always say the person I lost my virginity to, um, I'm so happy the person that I lost my virginity to because that person was a sweetheart. You know, they handled me with care and stuff and that person actually did love me. But I just felt like I shouldn't have had sex. And I always say that, and it still is the same. The reason why I had sex with the person I was with at the time is because I felt like he had waited so long with me because he had already had sex. And, I feel like that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to have sex with him because we had waited so long and he had waited so long with me. But I wasn't ready. So, because I cannot erase the time, so I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of anything I have ever done in my life. But I do wish that I didn't have sex at that time. I wish I would have waited because I was a child. I actually, and I'm not ashamed of anything I have done in my life, but I remember when I lost my virginity, I was so upset. Um, I can't say out of my friends, I was the only one that wasn't having sex. And, um, yeah, I had friends that was having sex when they was much, much younger and stuff. And, I just felt like ashamed. I felt so dirty afterwards and stuff. I did not like it at all. I wasn't pleasured. I felt like when everybody said that story, oh, when you have sex and stuff like that, it's gonna hurt real bad and it's gonna feel good. No, the feel good never came. I was in extreme pain. I did not like it. And at 18 years old, after having sex my very first time, I didn't have sex at all until I was in my 20s. I became actually abstinent. Like I was abstinent for years before I had sex again because I literally disliked it. I was so ashamed and I just was so disgusted by it. And that's what I mean by that. So like I feel like when I was a kid, I really was a kid. And yeah, I wasn't thinking about dating nobody older than me or dating anything like that other than my age. Like I was attracted to somebody my age or probably a few years. Like if I'm 18, then they are 20 at the most and stuff. But yeah, I'm not attracted to no one like right now. I'm 28 and I could say I done had a lot of jobs in my life, but I have never had a career. So opposites do attract. But what am I going to talk to this older man about? I'm going to speak to him about wanting a career and going to get a career one day. And he already been retired. Um, he already got great greats and grandchildren and stuff like that. Like I'm not attracted to your gray hair in your head. I'm not attracted to your bones cracking, to your wrinkles, like none of that. So it's just nasty to me. Like I can't even see myself laying down with somebody like that. And I know we are now, you know, sugar daddies and sugar babies is in right now. They have the app for it and stuff like that. And y'all know what a sugar baby is, you know. A sugar baby is a woman who is much younger than a man who she has sex with or just in company with. But usually when she has sex with that man, that older man, he gives her money and bags and clothes and stuff like that. Even though I don't do something, I try not to judge other people because I'm not in the business to judge anybody. But me personally, I could never lay down with somebody that was damn near my papa and, yeah, for a bag and a couple of $1,000. Like, no. Mm-mm. And I have never been in the business of being a gold digger either. Like, if I lay down with, let me just say this first of all. Anybody I lay down with, I have been in a relationship with. I don't do casual sex. Okay? Let alone having sex with somebody that's damn near in the grave. I could never. Okay? And you know, there's so many people, I don't even like the idea of somebody saying what they have done for me because it sure is funny. Everybody like to do stuff for you, but then they show like to bring it up. You remember when I bought you this back in 1974 and I bought you this gift and I bought you that and I was giving you money to do this. Like, I don't like that. Like, if it was a gift, like, leave it as a gift. I love somebody out of love. Now, I'm not going to say, cause you never say never. You might actually fall in love with somebody that is in their 40s and you might be in your 20s And it might not have nothing to do with sugar baby, sugar daddy. Y'all just fell in love with each other, and that's cool too. But I can't see me. I can't see. I think that is very, very nasty of a man even having the type of attraction when it comes to me. And like I had said, as far as me, being a kid and stuff like that and growing up as a kid, I still feel like at 28 years old, I still have a lot of growing to do. And it ain't nothing for me to be like shame of saying it on here. Like, it's still a lot of things that I need to do to become a woman. And I feel like not just me, I just feel like people, period. Like, we all need some things that we need to grow in. Like, no, I don't even consider myself a woman yet. I still consider myself as a young adult. It just is what it is. I have a lot of growing to do, let alone to be with a man that is much older than me. And a man, you know what I'm saying? A man is supposed to teach you and supposed to guide you. But I don't want it to be where you kind of miscrewing the way where you think I'm a child and you gonna be, talking to me like a child and stuff like that. Like no. I don't need no more daddies. And I don't have that type of daddy issue where I want to be laying with a daddy figure. Like, that's just not what it's going to be. I've just never been into that. And I don't think, and I just know, like, like I said, I feel like when men like much younger women, I feel like you kind of, like I said, you kind of have that fascination of someone being much younger than you. Like, you kind of is like a sexual predator to me a little bit. Like, I'm never going to be 70 years old saying, "Ooh, that young boy is so fine. What I would do if he was like, what do I need to be talking about? What I would do if he was 20 a month? Because we're not. We can't make time lapse and gaps and stuff like that. You don't even need to be reminiscing. Like, I hate when old men try to talk to me and they want to tell me what they would have done to me if I was born back in their time. I'm not born back in your time. You never gonna have a chance back in your time because we in this time. So don't be coming to me talking about what your old ass could have done to me, because you ain't gonna do nothing to me but talk to me, piss me off. I'm gonna tell you off, and then 911. Okay, so please get the fuck out of my face. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's attractive for an old man to be in my face looking at me, telling me that you're not attractive with your son pepper beard. You know what I'm saying? You're not. And I feel like, like I said, like when I was younger and stuff like that, like a teenager, I had friends that was having sex and stuff like that. And even when, after I was 18, like I said, I was absent, and I used to have friends like, I can't wait till I be with a much older man and stuff like that. And then, like, mostly all of them used to say, like, how they used to want you to be a certain type and stuff like that. And that's, like, creepy to me. It's creepy. Like, you 18, 19, 20, and you dating someone damn near 38 years old, 45 years old. Like, that's nasty. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is nasty. Like, you don't even know how to properly wash your ass yet as a female. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know you're supposed to wash front to back. You're not supposed to be dushing, and yet you trying to fuck an old man. Like, you don't even know what it is to be a woman yet. And I know in different countries and stuff like that, women are married to who they family want them to be married to, and they be much younger. And even the slaves and stuff like that, back in the day with slavery times, when the mother and the grandmother would sell the youngest to the older man because they felt like that was best for them, because they would get money and she would be taught. Like, that was still weird. I know it was back in the old time and stuff, like, I get that, but that was even weird that you would be selling your daughter one, and then you would be selling your daughter. You know how that probably felt to be sold to either a slave master that was much older than you, or just sold to a man, period, that was older than you. You laying in the bed, you're not even fully a woman yet. You don't even know your body yet. Laying in the bed with somebody that's 70 years old and you 14 years old, you probably was scared out of your mind. And it's the same thing these old ass men trying to corrupt our young girls. Like, it's not cute. I don't think it's attractive, and I don't know where they come from, but I do know as a teenager and a young adult, my friends definitely thought it was in trending or whatever to date older men. Even in school and stuff like that. I remember girls used to be like, I ain't gonna be dating none of the high school boys and stuff like that. I want an older man. I want somebody 30. And it just was like, really? But that's just my opinion on sugar babies and sugar daddies. I mean, I get that. And the thing about it, like with sugar daddies and stuff like that, I feel like it's not even a sugar daddy thing. I feel like that's just with men, period. Any man that wanna either be in your pants or wanna show you attention, they usually do spend money on you and stuff like that and give you gifts and stuff. Um, like if a man is interested in you, what he do? He take you out on dates, he take you to the movies and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like that's some sucker type of shit though. Like if I was a man, like let me just say this, like it's like I have already spoke about on my podcast. There's nothing wrong with spoiling each other and stuff like that. Like a man is supposed to take care of his woman, vice versa. A woman is supposed to take care of her man. But if I was a man, I wish the fuck I would be paying for a woman to have sex with me. I feel like that is the most weak type of man. Like it's something because we live in a generation where a man being nice to a woman, that makes you weak. A man spending time with a woman, that makes you weak. A man telling his girl or his wife that he loves her or standing up for his wife, that makes you weak, right? You can't do that because that makes you a punk, that makes you a bitch. But paying for some pussy, paying for some sex, that make you a man? Like what the? Is many women out here that's throwing their asses around and I'ma pay for some ass? Like, if I was a dude, like, you'd be a sucker to me, like, don't make you no plan, don't make you no pimp, it don't make you the man, cause you definitely ain't gotta pay for no ass when it's literally, it's all women out here that's, I mean, do you see the women that's out here? They literally got their legs up to the ceiling, like giving it out. You don't have to ever pay for no ass. And sugar babies, I mean, like, I wouldn't do it, but I don't knock it. If that's your profession of sleeping with old ass men to get some money, gifts and clothes and stuff, I mean, get it how you live, that's just you. It's just ain't me, but I mean, like, that's them. I mean, because at the end of the day, what is between women legs is very powerful. Sex is a powerful thing, and women use it to their advantage, They have sex with men for money. It ain't nothing new. It's just ain't something I'm not into, but we're speaking about the sugar babies and sugar daddies and being with older men. Like, if you have a comment, let me know up under it. Leave a comment on my podcast. Listen to this podcast. But I am Nunu Vixen, and this is Girl Talk.